Welcome to Imperfect in an Uncertain World, resources to help you navigate your life with authenticity and purpose. Let's talk about how we move from reactions into responses. We've all been there, those situations where we feel that tension building in our body, or maybe we don't feel it building, and then all of a sudden we say or do something that is hurtful or harmful to another person. Well, how can we get to the point where we stop our reactions from building and move into response? I think that we can all agree that the world is a crazy place. We get scared, we get tight, we move into protection or defense mode. Instead of speaking from our compassionate heart, we bark at another person. We react and may not have an idea where our words or our actions came from. At other times, when we are mindful, we can feel the reaction building. Now, only when we are aware of the build are we able to make the decision to change how we answer another. Are we able to shift from our reactions into a response? So, how do we feel the reaction building? We do that with our body physically, our mind mentally, and our heart emotionally. So let's go through those three things. Physically, we may notice that our muscles are tensing. We may have butterflies in our stomach. We may feel a pounding in our head or some other warning sign that our body is saying there's something not right. The other thing that our body is saying that we may or may not hear is take a step back and listen to what is going on inside yourself. Now, mentally, we may be in reactionary judgment and assumption mode. So that means that everything we hear or we see results in a judgment or an assumption about a situation or another person. And we feed those assumptions and judgments. In order to reduce our reactions, what we do is we listen to our internal monologue and really hear how we're building ourselves into that reactionary place. Emotionally, we may feel angst, fear, anger, or some other emotion that's feeding our reaction. These often trigger a physical sensation or a judgment or an assumption in our mind. When we listen to them, we learn more about the foundation of our reaction building. We learn what's feeding our potential reactions. Now, our body, mind, and emotions provide information about our tipping points. Are those things where we've reached the point of no return and we cannot pull back, and that reaction is not only imminent, but it happens. So how can we be more aware of our tipping points? When we're aware of them, we move away from potential reaction into what I call compassionate response. One of the things I'd like to encourage you to do is to begin or create, if you haven't already, or sustain what I call a contemplative practice. Through contemplative practice, you increase mindfulness. Now, I'm going to just have you pick a practice. If you aren't used to doing this, it can be sitting meditation, focused breathing, walking meditation. It could be Tai Chi, practice of yoga, journaling. Those are just a few of the practices. If you're not aware, I would encourage you to Google contemplative practices and see the list. Even practicing for 10 minutes a day will bring you into a calmer space. So what I would encourage you to do is whatever you choose, enter the silence with it. What you might discover is that it's not so quiet there, is that your internal monologue is going to continue to chatter. Listen to your internal monologue. Don't cling to it. Don't push it away. Don't argue with what you're hearing. or what you're seeing, just let it be. Let it enter your mind, make a note of it, and then let it go. If you want to come back to it at a later point to really dissect it, it might be something that you can learn from in your internal monologue. Do it later after your contemplative practice session. This is all about creating a quiet, calm, peaceful place for yourself. Now, after your time spent, what I'm going to encourage you to do is to really listen to your body, mind, spirit, and heart. How does your physical body feel now that you've spent time in the quiet? What is the state of your mind? Listen to the internal monologue and ask yourself, how has it changed? And then ask yourself, what is the predominant emotion that I'm feeling? Don't worry if you can't answer all of the questions. Name what you are aware of and know that that's going to help you move from reaction to response. Next, rest in the calmness of your body. Create a somatic memory of this calmness. And over the course of the day, return to that memory. Recreate the calm that you feel. And you may want to do this when you're aware of any tension, any reaction that is building as you reach a tipping point. See if you can't return to the calm that you've created during your contemplative practice. Because the more you engage this somatic memory, the more you notice when your body begins to adversely react to what's happening around you. This awareness is the power behind shifting from potential reactions into compassionate responses. It's through the calm created by your contemplative practice that you're able to clear the debris of reaction from your mind, from your body, and from your heart or from your emotions. Once calm or now calm, you're better able to listen to your inner wisdom that guides you into response. One of the things that I would like to say to you is that practice doesn't make perfect. It does help you shift from reaction into response. So try to set aside at least 10 minutes every day for you to really engage your contemplative heart so that you can create that calmness, that oasis of calmness in your life that will eventually become your life. I want to thank you for watching this video. Like it, share it with your friends, but most importantly, create that somatic memory of calm. If you're ready to live a more responsive life, contact me for intuitive mentoring. Have a great day.